Hello, I'm Grand Rapids Police Chief Harry Dolan. The Grand Rapids Police Department and the Community Relations Commission have formed a partnership to develop an educational video that helps explain and outline the elements of the new city ordinance, Offenses Against Government Order, formerly known as Hindering and Opposing.
I'm Armin Robinson, Chair of the Community Relations Commission for the City of Grand Rapids. I'm pleased to have this opportunity to support the Police Department in trying to educate the public. Last year, during several meetings of the Community Relations Commission, several issues and questions were raised regarding police actions, limitations, and so forth. It was felt at that time that clarification and an educational process would be of great benefit to everyone in the community. I'm pleased again that this video will help to explain those operations and in fact be a better community relations event for all of us.
The Grand Rapids Police Department is very proud of our partnership with the Community Relations Commission. We believe transparency is vital to our ability to provide excellent service to our community. This educational tool will be used for our police officers and our community in general. Now let's get on with some training.
Emergency.
Please, send the police. My boyfriend is trying to kill me. Harry!
What's your address?
975 Walker Street.
What is your name?
Christine.
Christine was trying to kill you.
My boyfriend, I don't know where he is. He's trying to kill me. Please, Harry. He beat me up a bunch of times already.
Christine will be sending the police.
Police respond to calls like this one every day. Hello, I'm Terry Dixon, an officer with the Grand Rapids Police Department. And for the next few minutes, we're going to show you examples of how and why some are being arrested for resisting and obstructing the police, formerly known as hindering and opposing. On average, the police respond to over 118,000 calls for service a year in Grand Rapids. That's 323 responses a day. And many times when the police get there, they find themselves in the middle of emotionally charged and chaotic circumstances.
713, we're 23 at 947. Sigsbee, looks like I got two fighting in the yard.
Hey, what'd I do?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Come over here. What's going on?
Okay.
You
You're
okay?
under arrest.
Arrest him!
Let's go. You okay, ma'am?
Yes, take him away. Make sure he doesn't come back.
All right, you just go in the house. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Sir, can I help you?
What's going on? Stay back. You need to stay back. I don't know. Stay back. Just stay back. I didn't do anything.
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
Why am I being
That's
arrested?
my brother.
You're under arrest for resisting obstructing.
Let me go. Why are you arresting me?
By interfering with the arrest, this man calls the police to divert their attention to both men simultaneously, which created a more dangerous and unpredictable situation. The law he violated is the Grand Rapids City Ordinance under Offenses Against Government Order, which reads, "No person shall knowingly and willfully assault, batter, resist, or obstruct any police officer in the performance of his or her duties." Simply put, that means if an officer is working in an official capacity, you cannot touch, strike, resist, or get in the way of the officer.
Well, my partner and I were dispatched to domestic disturbance. When we arrived on the scene, we could see a male assaulting a female in the front yard. We got out and made contact, and my partner arrested the male for domestic violence. We escorted him down to the police cruiser to conduct a search subsequent to arrest and to secure him in the police cruiser. I positioned myself as a cover officer to provide security for the officer conducting the search. A gentleman approached, asking questions, who's apparently a family member. I asked him to stay back, however, he would not listen, so I positioned myself between him and the officer. He tried to physically go by me, and at this point I feared for the safety of the officer conducting the search, so I arrested him for resisting and obstructing.
Here's another example of resisting arrest where the police stopped this motorist for speeding.
How you doing, sir? I'm Officer Bowers.
What'd you stop me for?
I stopped you for going 40 and a 25. You have your driver's license, registration, insurance?
I was not doing 40.
Sir, can you do me a favor and take your hand out from underneath your leg, please?
I was not speeding.
Sir, I need you to take your hand out from underneath your leg and place it on
right.
your steering wheel. Thank you. You got your driver's license, registration, insurance?
I think it's somewhere in here.
Okay, would you go get it for me, please? You have your license with you?
I just can't seem to find it right now.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I just need you to step out of your car if you would, please.
I got a license.
Sir, I need you to step out of your car. You're under arrest for not having your operator's license on your person.
What?
I need you to step out of your vehicle, please.
I've got a license.
Step out of your vehicle, face away from me. We'll go back to my car and we'll take a look and make sure you have a valid ops. We'll take it from there.
I've got a license.
Sir, I need you to turn around and face away from me. Turn around and face away from me. I need you to put your hands behind your back.
I've got a license, and I wasn't doing 40.
Sir, stop resisting me. Stop resisting. Stop.
Come on.
Spread your legs for me. Spread your legs.
I wasn't. Come on.
Stop resisting me.
All right. Ow. I've got a license.
Ow.
I was not going 40 either.
That's fine. We'll go back to my car and we'll talk about that in just a minute. I need you to step back here if you would, please. Step back here.
Okay, all
Let's
right.
walk back to my car.
Where is your? I want to talk to your supervisor.
That's fine.
What was your name again?
It's Officer Bowers.
When a driver does not present some type of identification, it may raise suspicion of the true identity of the driver. The police are aware that sometimes people give a false name or the name of someone they know, like a friend or relative, because the person may have warrants, his license may be suspended, or the driver may have never been issued a license.
We don't arrest every person that we come in contact with that doesn't have their operator's license on them. That's where officer discretion falls in. If you look at this traffic stop, at my initial approach, the subject had his hand partially concealed underneath his leg. He became verbally combative at my initial contact. When I asked him for his license, you can tell when a person's appearing to actually look for something or not look for something. I wasn't convinced that he even had a driver's license, let alone didn't have his license on his person. Because it is our ordinance, it is a law that we can arrest. At that time I decided that I was going to arrest this subject based on the circumstances there and some of the other ones where he was kind of looking around, his eyes were darting back and forth. He was unable to put together a complete sentence and answer my questions without being combative. As he was exiting the vehicle, I noticed that his eyes were kind of darting around as if he was looking for some type of escape route. And then finally, once I finally did decide to put hands on him, he became physically combative with me and started to resist arrest, which is another indicator to me that there's something a little bit more to this situation than what is initially dialogue between he and I at that time.
With the help of technology and other available resources, the police can usually determine if the person provided the correct name. Here's what can happen given similar circumstances, but during this traffic stop, the driver appears calm, his hands are visible, and he does not present himself to be a threat to the officer.
Your window doesn't come down? All right, go ahead and crack your door for me if you would, please.
How you doing, Dale?
I'm doing good. You too? The reason I stopped you is because I clocked you doing 40 and a 25. Are you aware of that? Okay. Do you have your driver's license, registration, insurance with you, sir?
I have my registration and insurance. I was in a hurry. I left out the house. I changed pants and didn't get my wallet.
Okay. Do you have a valid Michigan driver's license? All right. This vehicle's registered to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell you what. If you just step out of your vehicle for me real quick, we're going to go back to my car. I'm going to file check you and make sure that you have a valid driver's license, and we'll take it from there, okay?
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and step out of your truck for me, if you would.
725.
Prospect east of Wealthy. Can I get a file and ops check? Last of Douglas, D-O-U-G-L-A-S.
Okay, Carl, that's your copy of your ticket. I wrote you for the speeding violation, and I wrote you for not having your operator's license on your person. You have 10 days to take care of that. I got my supervisor on the way. She's going to take your picture and your print before you take out so we can validate that you are who you are, and we'll send you on your way from there, all right?
Ready.
All right, appreciate your cooperation.
If you ignore the police or refuse to comply with an officer, you could end up being arrested. Section 2 of the ordinance states, "No person shall knowingly and willfully fail or refuse to obey a lawful order of any law enforcement officer provided that the officer is in uniform or identifies themselves as a law enforcement officer. Like in this case, the police are called to this house after neighbors reported hearing gunshots from inside the house. During the investigation, this woman deliberately disregards a lawful order to stay back.
I need to get in here. No.
By entering a secured area, which may include a crime in progress, an accident scene, a chemical spill, you could be going into an unsafe environment, placing yourself and others at risk, and possibly even destroying evidence. Again, the officer's discretion is at work here. The officer has the latitude within lawful boundaries to make the arrest, write an appearance ticket, or maybe even take no action. However, the more serious the offense, the less discretion the officer will have. In this situation, the best thing to do is to try to remain patient and calm.
Myself and the assisting officers responded to the scene regarding a shooting victim was there. By the time we got there, we controlled the scene, put up crime scene tape, and let the investigators and the ambulance personnel get with the victim. A relative or a friend of the victim arrived and wanted to come inside and see the victim. I tried to tell her that she needed to stay outside at that point, and told her that I would meet with the investigators to see if maybe they could talk to her and give her some more information. As I was doing that, she proceeded to come through the crime scene tape and into the crime scene itself. At that point, I placed her under arrest. There is a chance that she would not have to go to jail at that point. She may just issue an appearance ticket, but a lot of that would depend on her behavior, if she was able to calm down and not create a disturbance or come inside and contaminate the scene itself.
Section 3 of the Offenses Against Government Order states, "No person shall knowingly and willfully fail or refuse to identify oneself when requested to do so by any law enforcement officer when the officer is attempting to issue a traffic ticket or appearance ticket for a violation."
Hey, passenger wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Turn around, make a stop. How you doing? I'm Officer Riley, Grand Rapids Police. I pulled you over because your friend's not wearing a seatbelt. You have your driver's license with you? Thank you. Mr. Jones, you still live on Lafayette?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, sir, I need your ID.
I don't have one.
Pardon me?
I don't have one.
Can I have your name, please?
I don't have a name.
You don't have a name?
John Doe.
Sir, come on, I need your name. I need to give you a ticket.
Doe.
Sir, it's just a ticket.
I don't want no ticket.
He's arrestable.
South 75, can we have additional unit here, please?
Sir, I need you to step out of the car, please. Step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest. Step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest for not giving me your ID. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Had this man cooperated and truthfully given the officer his name, he probably would have been given a ticket and released.
Driver, just hang tight for me. I'll be right back. Come on, guys.
Partner and I were traveling down the road and observed an SUV go by the opposite direction, observed the passenger not wearing a seatbelt, violation. Decided to initiate a traffic stop, flipped around on him, initiated the traffic stop, walked up and made contact with the driver who was cooperative with me, explained to him why I made the traffic stop. He gave me his driver's license. Everything was fine up until the point that I made contact with the passenger asking him for his ID. He became non-compliant, uncooperative, hostile, unsure of what could potentially happen with a person like this. I called for backup and continued to try to get him to cooperate with me, give me some type of ID, and unfortunately ended up arresting the gentleman because he refused to give me ID for the purposes of giving him a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt.
We're gonna go southbound Century from Wealthy behind a blue Geo Prism. She's straddling the center lane, kind of all over the road. There she goes over the center line again. Speed limit right here is 25. She's going not even 20. Oh, she's gonna hit the curb. Better stop her before she hurts somebody. Good afternoon, ma'am. Officer Williams from Grand Rapids Police Department. The reason I'm pulling you over today is because you went up over that curb. Do you have a driver's license, registration, and insurance, please?
No, I actually...
You don't have it with
I
you?
don't even have my purse with me.
Okay, forgot. Can you turn your car off for me, please? Just step out of the car. How much have you had to drink today?
One.
Just one? One what?
A Bloody Mary. Just because they're mostly tomato juice. Just
Okay. Okay. What I need you to do for now is go up and stand on the sidewalk for me.
I actually have to get to work.
No, I need you to stand up on the sidewalk for me.
I will come. I really
No,
can't.
do not get back in the car. Stand up. Get out of the car now. Stand up. Put your hands behind your back.
Section 4 of the ordinance states, no person shall knowingly and willfully, when operating a motor vehicle which has been stopped by the police, leave the scene until such person has identified himself or herself to the officer.
I was following behind the geoprism. I observed the driver cross the center lane several times, and I also observed that she was kind of swerving in and out of her lane. She went up over the curb one time, and the speed limit there is 25. She was only going 20. So these are all indicators to me that she could possibly be driving while intoxicated. I made the traffic stop, and I could smell alcohol coming from the vehicle. Her speech was a little slurred. So I asked her to come out of the vehicle and to do some sobriety evaluations up on the sidewalk. And at that point, she decided that she didn't want to stay around anymore, and she decided to leave. And that's when I had to arrest her.
Okay, anything illegal on you? No, right. You ever been arrested before? Traffic violation. Okay, nothing big though? None big. Okay. I'm gonna see right in here. All in? Yep. Yeah. Just a bench warrant. Got him on a stop. Would you mind towing the car for me? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. No problem doing that. So if you can take care of that, then I can get him out of the county and take care of it. Hey! Hey! Stop! Stop, police! You go that way.
Anyone escaping from police custody could be charged under Section 5 of the ordinance. No person shall knowingly and willfully escape or attempt to escape while lawfully in police custody. And as far as the person who opened the door, he could also be arrested and charged with assisting in the escape and possibly other criminal charges.
I came in contact with a subject on a traffic stop. Turned out that he had a warrant for his arrest, so I placed him under arrest, secured him, and put him in the back seat of the cruiser. Another officer showed up to back me up on the stop. While I was talking to him, we were discussing about towing the vehicle, and an unrelated subject that had nothing to do with this matter walked up and decided he thought it would be a good idea to open up the door and let the arrested subject out. We got into a foot pursuit. We each chased one of them. They were both caught. The original subject was caught and charged not only with the warrant but also with escaping custody, and the gentleman that thought it was a good idea to open up the door, he was also caught and arrested and charged with resisting and obstruction.
The last section of the Offenses Against Government Order states it is a crime to give false information in connection with an official investigation to any police employee who is acting in an official capacity. In other words, you should not lie to the police.
I don't care. That was after dark. So what?
Hey, calm down. Okay? Come out here and let me talk to you for a minute. Thanks. Come on out here. What's going on?
I didn't do anything.
Nothing. We're having an argument.
Okay.
He cheated on me.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You were right there with her.
Listen to me. Both you guys live here?
For now.
Okay, you live together?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
Doug Miller.
What?
Doug Miller?
Doug Miller? Oh, that's nice, Tommy. Doug Miller. His name is Tom Monahan.
Shut up.
Maybe you haven't gotten taken care of those warrants yet?
Tom Monahan.
Yes.
Okay, do you have warrants out now?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, turn around now.
He's got okay.
Turn around.
Oh.
Put your hands behind your back.
Thanks.
Put you in handcuffs right now until I find out what's going on.
Hey man, you know, you can't lie to the police about what your name is and all that, okay? So today you're going to be arrested for the warrants that you already have. And I'm also going to charge you with false info to a police officer. I could write you a ticket for it, but since you're already arrested, I'm going to go ahead and put that on your charge sheet. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my partner and I were dispatched to a domestic dispute. When we got there, we got the two parties separated. And as I was talking with suspect number 1, suspect number 2 started shouting out that he was giving me a wrong name. I'd asked him his name. He gave me a name that was different from what his real name is. And she said it may have something to do with maybe the warrants that he had out. So I asked him his real name. He gave me his name. And I told him, you know, until we get this sorted out, I'm going to go ahead on and put you in handcuffs, take you over here and get this thing sorted out. Took him out to the car. Turned out that he did have warrants. So I arrested him for the warrants that he had out. Then I explained to him that I was also charging him with giving false information to a police officer because he gave me a wrong name during the investigation.
In 2005, there were 13,373 total physical arrests in Grand Rapids. 293, or 2%, were charged with assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. All of the resisting and obstructing arrests could have been avoided. The Grand Rapids Police Department remains committed to providing prompt and professional police services to the citizens of Grand Rapids. We hope this information has been informative and helps to eliminate the number of arrests for these offenses. If you have any questions or would like a more thorough explanation of an ordinance, please call 456-3619 or go to the website listed on your screen and click on Resisting and Obstructing to submit your questions or comments.